healthy spirit, you know, always want to play. They never get tired. When they get tired, they just go to sleep. Tomorrow they wake up, same thing, they go at it again. You know, so they have that healthy spirit about them that make them, you know, want to keep going,
Something else I think that we need to take from children too is just their wanting and willingness to learn new things.
Right.
It's never a thing of, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'll fail at this, I'll lose at that. It's just they want to soak up they're paying attention to every single thing, soaking up every little detail in the world around them.
Right.
And you got to fight to keep that spirit as you get older, because you just like, you get set in your ways. You say, oh, I can only go so far. You lost your childlike mind.
Right.
To just take on something, just read it, study it, go into it. Oh wow, okay, and go to the next thing. Oh, what's this? I want to figure all that out.
Right, and also get boggled down by responsibilities and care of this world. You know, and you know, bills and stuff like that. When Yasharahla said, "Worry not about these things, knowing that He will provide." So, not to get get into anxiety about these things, and then you know, get boggled down by these things. All right, so because like when a child have something, you take it off on it, all right, they go play with another one. They go and get something else. They cry for a minute, and then they went about something else.
But this bills is always on time, and these guys are never late.
Huh?
No, I said the thing that doesn't.
I don't get it.
Huh?
I don't get it.
No, I'm
I'm talking about the bills. I said the bills are never late. They're always on time.
I got what
You
you're
don't
saying.
get it.
Right. This is a true saying.
Right.
Okay.
Man,
You get it tomorrow.
All right, verse 49.
can't get it.
Luke 9 and 49.
Sorry, guys.
And John answered and said, Master, we saw one casting out devils
Make a comment there next time.
in thy name,
Now it gets complicated.
and we forbade him because he followeth not with us.
Very nice.
Verse 50. And Yahusha said unto him,
Yeah.
forbid him not, for he that is not against us is for us. So now they bring complaint to Yahusha, right? They bring complaint to Yahusha, and when they bring the complaint to Yahusha, they saying that we got people. Go, come on, all right, guys, come on. Service is going on. Do that after the service. And it came to verse 59. And Yahusha said unto him, forbid him not, for he that is not against us is for us. So the disciples looking and see other people were casting out devils. So they were like, Yahusha, this guy giving us competition here. They go out and casting out devils in your name. I thought, we were the one giving the power.
We read this last night.
Right? How come, they doing things in our name? So, I thought we were willing with you. What you want us to do with him? You want us to go out there and get him?
Shake him down.
And Yahusha says, forbid him not. For he that is not against us is for us. Sort of like, what you see today. Such and such is saying, if they're not with us in our school, they're not teaching the truth.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be willing out with us. All right, this is the same spirit that is here today. All right, so if we not, the Yahusha himself said, if they're not teaching against us, then they for us. Because the spirit is not just for you. You can put the spirit in a box. You cannot localize Yahusha's spirit.
Can't even have a monopoly on it.
Right. You cannot have a monopoly or localize it, you know, because it's something that is too, it's everywhere. 51. And it came to pass.
Oh, sorry. Just link that up with Mark 9:38. Says the same thing. Mark chapter 9 and verse 38.
Go on. All right, clearly by reading this, you see that, you know, those people out there who think that, you know, somebody have to be with them to be teaching the truth, clearly don't understand that scripture right here. Because if a school rise up or somebody start teaching in Zimbabwe, never knew anybody, but they just open up the scriptures and Yahusha bless them with the spirit. So how would we have to say that, you know, if they're not with me, they didn't start it with me, you know, I don't know those guys. Right? So, you know, it just doesn't make sense. Even a childlike mind person would understand this. Right?
I just thought it was this stupid joke. It was like, so the Africans can be saved? That's pretty stupid. So I'm like, wow, now. Like, no. Because he mentioned the example of Zimbabwe. I'm seeing something like that going, oh, so the Africans can be saved? It's like, no, God, that's not what I meant. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Of course, we're talking about Israel is scattered. Silly.
Right. Luke 9 and 52. And sent messengers before his face, and they went and entered into a village of the Samaritans to make ready for him, and they did not receive him because his face was as though he would go to Jerusalem. Alright, so he set his mind up to go to Jerusalem. Right? Because he didn't want to stay there in Samaria. Verse 53. And they did not receive him because his face was as though he would go to Jerusalem. And when his disciples James and John saw this, they said, Lord, wilt thou that we command fire to come down from heaven and consume them, even as Elias did? So now those guys, they want to go beyond themselves now. They feeling their power.
They beside themselves.
Right, they feeling their power now. It's like, yo, I got so much fire now, you know, I don't know what to do with it. I want to call fire up in heaven and consume these people. Right? So that's what happened when mankind has power. They want to show off.
The beautiful thing is when we mature in the fruit of the Spirit and come to the fullness of that, it's good that that's a requirement before we get the spiritual gifts on a higher power, because we got to have our minds right first. We got to have the right level of patience, the right level of faith, especially. We've been reading about that. Oh, ye of little faith. You got to have the right level of knowledge and experience. You got to have brotherly kindness when it comes to dealing with your brother, dealing with your sister. You know, the list goes on. You got to have temperance, right? You got to have the spirit of charity and love in you. Like all these things, they have to be matured in you before you can handle that kind of power. Because otherwise, you just abuse it and corrupt yourself. And of course, those come from really, truly applying the law of the Most High accordingly. When you apply the laws according to wisdom, that's when you get the fruit of the Spirit. And then you mature in those. And as you mature in those, then you become, you know, more capable to deal with more of those powers that come with that further responsibility that you have now as you mature.
Okay. So now, we're going to find out a profound statement made by Christ. Right? It says, but he turned and rebuked them and said, he know not what manner of spirit you are off. All right? They don't even know what they are dealing with. Even though they give them the power, they fail to understand what's happening. Right? 56. Check this out. For the Son of Man is not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them. Right? So now, think about it. A lot of us have dreams, you know, to kill down slaves and match babies' head upon the corners. And, you know, they seem to get a kick out of that.
Throw them in space.
But that's not what it's about. It's about, you know, revenge for what happened to our forefathers. At the same time, it is not, you know, we going to a picnic where, you know, that's what we about. We building the kingdom. And to we build the kingdom, it involves having people work and put them in captivity to rebuild. That's what it's there for. To rebuild a kingdom for us. But not to, I'm going to bash this baby here. I can't wait to. No, that's not what it's about. It's about rebuild him, make him work.
There you go.
And get the thing happen.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah,
But we have to be in the right spirit. That's what I'm getting to.
Now you talking my language.
Right. That's what I'm getting to. Is we have to be in the right spirit. Because if we start bashing and killing, who's gonna build a kingdom?
There's gonna be a remnant of us, there'll be a remnant of them.
What I'm saying is, if we have the attitude, all we do is bashing, killing. We have to maintain an order. We cannot go and then just killing. We're gonna have to worship the Most High. We're gonna have to do the ordinances. We're gonna have to follow, you know, the rules and regulation. But our life is not gonna revolve around, you know, bashing and killing. There's more to it than that.
Do you think that we're gonna be doing that 24/7? No, of course not. Of course not. We're gonna be doing a whole lot of things that's gonna take up. Yeah. You know, but that's just, you know, a little exercise. That's it. I understand. You know what I mean?
But read from Yasharahla. You hear what Yasharahla says. For the Son of Man is not come to destroy men's life, but to save them. And keep in mind, when Yasharahla comes, he's going to be doing a lot of killing. Righteous killing.
Yeah.
Not for fun. You know, he's going to go there, you know, I'm going to come down. And he's going to repay for what happened because it is ordained. And after that's done, the kingdom is restored, people, you know, work, and we put them in captivity, you know, make them pay for what they did, right? Then after that, all is fulfilled, then the Edomites or the kingdom is going to be eradicated. Because it's not like we're going to have them there and then just for the fun of killing them and then we have them there. You know, they have to, you know, it's judgments.
There you go.
All right? But if we get into context, when Yahweh himself, when he comes, he's not going to, you know, throw lollipop and shaking hands. Right? He's going to do a lot of killing. Why? Mankind are wicked and they're not willing to give up the kingdom that easily, and let alone what they did to him in the past.
Yep.
That has come to pass where he make him pay for what they did.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
well, but the thing about it is, see, what happened to us when we fell off of his commandments and we broke his law, statutes, and commandments, we went into slavery. Now, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 63 says, and it shall come to pass, yeah, here you go. And it shall come to pass that as Yahweh rejoice over you to do you good and to multiply you, so Yahweh will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught, and you shall be plucked off the land whether thou goest to possess it. Now we're the nation of Israel. What nation is like us? So you know, if the Heavenly Father felt this type of way about us, then there got to be a different way he feels about other nations and stuff like that. And if Yahweh had the same mind as the Father's will, then of course there's going to be some rejoicing in there. That's why the scripture says in Psalms 137, happy shall he be. It starts out, happy shall he be. There's going to be some enjoyment. Now, I don't think what you said when I agree with you. We're not going to go on a killing spree. Like, we're not going to be like so-called Charles Mansons of Israelites and just go on a killing spree and just wild out on heathens and stuff like that. But we also got to remember, and the